Risky. Come on in. You sleep good? Watch your head, babe. You want a blanket? Here. I've been to prison 9 times. In and out, can never stay out. I'm off parole for the first time since 1992. I've been out over 5 years now. It's the longest I've ever been out. Risky's, she's one of a kind, you know, and so she keeps me where I need to be every day.
Fish sticks.
Fish sticks? Okay, so we're gonna eat lunch at school then, right?
Yeah.
I met James Burleson when he was in prison. I was at the time the director of a reentry program, and there was a
This one?
in-prison business plan competition.
And you do have PE, right?
James just immediately struck me as a guy that really knew what he was talking about at such a young age. His drive and just his leadership was just really striking to me at the time.
I started Grace Freight in prison, or the idea of it in prison, when I was teaching other inmates how to get their commercial driver's license, their CDL. I saw that there may be a need to go further than that and try to help these guys get a job behind the wheel. So this is the original business plan. Of course, it was just handwritten notes and a bunch of pieces of paper and ideas scribbled throughout. And I had to provide an address for the business plan for the company. I used the address that I called home, and that was the prison address. Yeah, this is good right here. It says the Department of Health and Human Services shows 15,000 offenders released to the Houston community by the Texas Department of Criminal Justice each year. The state of Texas shows 60% of released offenders will be rearrested within the first 2 years of their release. So of the 10 released, 6 will return. But more specific research shows that of these 6 to return, 5 of the 6, 90%, were unemployed for a period of 6 months or more prior to their rearrest. Instability brings about struggle, struggle brings about desperation, and desperation most often leads to criminal activity. And it says a successful life after prison can start in prison.
So I came across James, what are you doing? I'm working for this guy, and what happened to business plan that, well, I don't have the resource, I don't have the time. He was working for someone, kind of leasing to own his truck. And so I thought about it. I think it's worth the investment in helping James buy his truck. That was the start of Grace Freight and that one single truck that we had at the time. I ran across my old friend, Stephen Fairfield, who is the CEO of Covenant Capital, and I told him I was involved with this guy named James, and he owned a trucking company and was looking for ideas how to help him grow this business.
At Covenant, we work to help very low-income working families to build resilience and intergenerational paths out of poverty by being able to access affordable housing, gain access to quality education, learn how to manage risk, and build savings for life. So Tommy told me about this guy who had this business plan and how he was trying to invest in it. That I happened to have gotten this notice about the OCS grant program, and I thought, wow, this is an interesting circumstance. I really think we could do something here to help you guys launch this business. Oh, really?
So he made some phone calls, and he put together a team of people that would write the response, the answer the grant, the CD grant. It must have took about 50, 60 man hours to put that together.
We were able to put all this together, and that's exactly what we do now, is we help offenders or ex-offenders to obtain their CDL, their commercial driver's license, and then give them a job behind the wheel so that they have some type of stability. And we now are an Amazon dedicated carrier with 19 trucks.
It was such a wonderful opportunity because our city had just been devastated by Hurricane Harvey. And so it's a real shot in the arm to have this funding come through so that we could be a part of the rebuilding of the city by the launching of an enterprise based in one of our city's lowest income neighborhoods.
Being an ex-offender, you have to come clean on that on your application. And a lot of people just don't trust that type of person. And so there are doors that are closed.
11 times in prison, 40-some years of my life. It's gonna help us as prisoners. This is what this company was about, trying to help offenders and stuff to get better chances at employment. I've been with this company like a year and a half. In March, I have not held a job down that long since I've been coming off of my addiction. This company here work with you. They work with you to help you better yourself. I have really elevated since I've been with this company. I got my own apartment now. I got my own vehicle now. I'm looking after my children, my grandchildren. And I think it's due to this, the opportunity I had with this company and by the grace of God, which I serve. I'm a taxpayer now. I look at my money, I told you Uncle Sam took $695 out my check. But that's what I see, that how this grant can help a lot of us. So I think this is amazing, man. I didn't know this company started by a grant. This is amazing. And that's why I think this company is gonna go a long ways in helping people.
You about ready to do your hair or what? I have the spray. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's a mess. Did you wash your hair last night? What's different than your face now is the accountability amongst the people that we have at Grace Freight. This is definitely a learned trade. Not only are we a trucking company, we're really a ministry. You know, we're more concerned about the outcome of the person than the income of the person. I'm gonna grab it all. Okay, okay. There you go. Being a single dad. It's tough. I mean, it's rewarding, but it's tough. Backpack. Make sure your mask is in there, in that pocket. One of the biggest things that I try to instill in her is honesty. You know, I lived a life of lies. And I'll tell you this, it's hard to be a father when you've really never been a son. When you didn't have a father that would give you the lessons that you needed to grow, to be responsible. It's kind of hard to turn around and instill those lessons into your child because you don't know what you're doing. You gotta wait for your old man. I'm old, girl. You're walking fast for me. Where I would be without the CED grant, that's kind of a scary question because from what I've done, where I've been, and my pattern, I really don't know. I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I know that. Bye-bye, girl.
One of the things that I think we miss in America is there are many, many hidden gems in prisons, guys such as James. There's other guys that are doing some amazing things in this country. And so please continue these grant opportunities. You've witnessed the lives that it's changed. And if we can continue to just kind of give more and more men and women second chances, I think our country would be better for it.